Hey y'all, my name is Shannon Redman and I am the author of Cave of Secrets and book 2 that will be out in June 2022, Secrets Left Behind. I am going to share with you today how to organize a great book trailer. The first thing I do is I create a folder in my documents underneath my book trailers, and I do multiple book trailers for different authors, and you can see some of the folders that I have here. We're gonna just look at a book trailer I did for Lynette Eason and the files that I put in it. I create this folder and keep it under their name to keep everything organized. I want everything all in one place. I have audio files here. I have her video clips here. I have the cover photos that I created for her book. She sent me the cover. That's one of the things I have the author do. I have them send me the back blurb copy and the cover so I can use that when I'm creating the script and when I'm creating the video to make sure that it matches what's actually in the book. I also have the author send me 3 or 4 scenes of what that book entails, and then I also have them send me a description of the hero and heroine in the book so I can make sure that the people and the characters that I use in the videos reflect the actual characters in the book. So you want to keep that all organized in a nice little folder. The first thing that I select is my audio. You can check out my episode on royalty-free audio. I'll link it below to learn where to go for all the amazing audio clips that you can use in your videos. I narrow it down like to my top 3 or 4 or 5 favorites, and I slip those into this folder. I put those audio files there, and then when I open Camtasia, audio is the first thing that goes in. So let's look at my Camtasia project for Lynette's book trailer. I do use Camtasia, just a side caveat. There are other video editing software out there. I'll give you a few that are free. Animoto's free with a limited use of different effects. You could also use BCut. Video Elements is another one. And then obviously the paid versions, Camtasia, it's a little pricey. It's about $250 for the year. And then you get an upgrade that's cheaper. I think it's like $80. I've been using Camtasia for years. I love it because it's just easy for me to use, probably because I've been using it for so long. And this is what the project area looks like. You can see here I am under media, and all of these files are my media files. So a lot happening there. I uploaded 4 audio files that I was considering for this book, and I think I ended up going with Blast. I thought that fit the story, fit the energy that I wanted for this story best. To upload that, I simply went to import. So this little plus sign right here, there's always an import somewhere, whatever video software you're using. And I went to import media, and you can see that if I go to documents, I can go to my book trailers. This is why you do a folder, because it just makes it super easy to find everything. And go to my book trailers. I find Lynette Eason's folder, and there is my audio, and I can simply just click on it and click open, and it will go right into this nice little audio area. The next thing I do is I simply enter my script. When I get the back cover blurb of a book and I read it, I try to find the main pivotal points. Now, a lot of back cover blurbs are very long, and we can't use or put the whole thing into our script, right? But it gives us a good framework for what we want to put into the video script. We can pull things from it, or we can summarize it, and that's what I tend to do. When I have my script all written out and summarized, then I will pull in the annotations. In Lynette's video, if I pull this down and I scroll back a little bit, you can see that we have families are murdered. And then if I go to the next little segment right here, you can see it's in the same place. Families are murdered. He's the agent and she's the key. So to do that, what I tend to do is I will go ahead and get everything situated for the first one, and then I simply copy and I paste it for the second one, And I copy and paste by using Control C and Control V on my keyboard. When it copies the exact same size, the exact same font that you're using. It will bold it or italicize it, whatever you've done to it, it will have it there. It will also, I have these fading in. So to fade those in, that's a text behavior that we use. And these are called different things with different software. But you can see that I've got this, I'm fading it in. And once I copy and then I paste that, it will copy that effect for each little piece right here. And that's how you get your text to be in the same place, to look the same way, without having to select that every single time. If you do it on the first box, and then you just copy and paste to the areas that you want it, it's going to save you a ton of time. Then I don't have to do it 10 times. I've done it one time. I've copied and pasted it where I wanted it to go. And then I simply change the text to be the script that I want it to read. The next thing that we pull in are video clips. Now I'm going to go back to my media. And what I tend to do right from the get-go, you saw in my folder all of the video clips that I saved. Now, I did not use all of these video clips, but I went ahead and imported most of them into Camtasia by simply clicking my little plus button, import the media, and then I just click on the video clip and it pulls it in. Then you just drag and drop it in. So if I wanted to use this man jumping from the boat, you drag and drop it. You can also add transitions to these. We'll talk about transitions in just a minute as you move from video clip to video clip. When we put in your video clips, what's really, really important is that it lines up with your beats of your audio. And this is where it really makes it powerful. If you can line that up, so when you have a really strong beat that comes in and boom, in pops your video, that is what really makes it powerful. The next area we want to talk about is transitions. But if we wanted to fade in, so let's say we wanted to fade in these from this computer, we'll do over to the drone. So what I would do is I would add a transition. And then this little fade right here, you simply just click and drag it down to the two edges of the video that you want to fade into each other. So we're going to do it right here as well. And we're going to do it right here as well. So let's watch it now with the fade. So see how each video clip faded into itself. So that is a transition, and those are super easy to put in, not difficult at all. And the last features to discuss are the audio and visual effects. I always use a fade out on my audio, so I go right here to audio effects. I select fade out and I simply drop it in, and you can see where I've actually already done this. And you'll see how then it will take your audio and it fades it right out, gives it a nice declining exit out of your video. Also, you can fade in if you want to bring that in as well. I don't typically fade in because usually I open my videos sort of with a punch. There's also noise removal that you can use. You just simply kind of put it down here and it will remove the noise. I don't want to do that at this time, but you can remove any background noises. You can work with that a little bit if you want to clean up your audio. Some of the visual effects that I like to use, I often use colorize. I think I used colorize on this. I did on this clip right here. So let's look at that. So if I take the colorize away, it's just a regular picture out in the woods. I wanted to give it a little darker hue, a little more of a suspenseful effect. So I simply added a kind of a blue under hue to it with colorize. And I just thought that was much better, fit the video a lot better in the color scheme I was going for. Some of the other things that I use are animations. So I will scale, I do a lot of zoom, scale to fit. So sometimes you'll have a photo and you want to add some movement to that photo. Let's see if I don't think I have. I guess my photo would be here. This would be my only photo. It'd be a picture of Lynette's book. So let's say I wanted to zoom in on a word, or I wanted to zoom in on a picture. Then I could click on my animations and I could use my zoom to pan feature. I'm going to just zoom in. So what we'll do is we'll zoom into the cute little phone here. And you can see it adds a little arrow, and you can simply stretch those arrows out all the way, so that will pan in slower. The shorter the arrow, the faster the pan. So now we can just watch it pan in if you want to use that. I tend to do about a 30-second book trailer. It gives you content for your social media, for your website, to put out there to help promote your book. When I am done putting together a book trailer, I will show you one more thing that I do. I go up here to export, and this is how you turn it into an MP4. I go to export, I click on local file. I pick custom production settings because I usually have a specific one that I use. I do MP4 Smart Player. There's other types of video, other formats that you can use, but I use MP4 Smart Player. And then I label it what I want. I find the folder that I want it to go into, and then I click save. And it will save it to my Lynette Eason folder as an MP4. I click finish, and then you will see it render. But when it is done, it will pop up a box and it will show you your finished product. And the cool thing is if you're not happy with it, then you can simply go back to your project, your Camtasia project, or whatever video software you're using. Go back to the project and you can tweak a few things, and it's very easy to do. And then you just export it out again as an MP4 and overwrite the first draft that you did. I hope this helps you on how to organize a book trailer, how to put one together, and saves you a little bit of time. If you have any questions, I am so happy to talk to you about this. Hit subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, and make sure you stay up to date with all of the information I'm going to be putting out on book trailers and writing tips in the future. I hope you stay safe and stay well.